Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got a two-game series in the post-1961 bats with the San Diego Pirates traveling to San Francisco in game one of this two-game series. Leading off with the Padres playing left field is Roberts, batting second playing short Templeton, batting third playing right field Gwynn, batting fourth playing first base Gonzalez, batting fifth playing third base Henley. Batting sixth, playing center field, Gaston. Batting seventh, on the catching Kennedy. Batting eighth, playing second base is Flannery. And on the mound, batting ninth is Ed Whitson. And for the San Francisco Giants, the home team leading off, doing the catching is Dietz. Batting second, playing second is Kent. Batting third, playing left field is Barry Bonds. Batting fourth, playing center field is Mays. Batting fifth, playing first base is McCovey. Batting sixth, playing right field is Bobby Bonds. Batting seventh, playing third base is Sandoval. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Crawford. And on the mound, batting ninth is LINCECUM. Let's get this game started, folks. And to lead it off here for the Padres is Bip Roberts, batting .217 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And Tim LINCECUM making his third appearance. He's 1-0 with a 3.77 ERA. And here's the pitch to Bip. And that's going to be a base hit into second base. Kent gets to it, but has no play. And Bip Roberts leads off with a single. And that brings up Gary Templeton. And Templeton's batting .404 on the year. No homers and 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Templeton. And that's going to be a fly ball out the maze in center field. That'll be out number 1. And Bip is going to take off here, folks. And he's going to be a... We don't have Tim's move factor. I think we do. It's a 0. I didn't put that M in front of it. So we'll do a little bit of housekeeping here. Alrighty, now we get back to the ball game here. Alright, and like I say, Bip Roberts is going to try to steal second here. That'll be a 66 is the only way they get him out. And he's in there safely with a stolen base. So you got a runner down at second. And 1 out for Tony Gwynn. Gwynn's batting .259 with a homer and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. 16. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. 24 and a 4 should be fielding column 1, and it is. He'll look to runner back. Matter of fact, that's a swing and a miss. He strikes Gwynn out. So Gwynn strikes out. And Gonzalez is up now. 2 outs and a runner in second. And Gonzalez batting .265. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. That should be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a single in the second. Runner's going to get down the third. So Another infield hit. We got first and third for Chase Henley. Can Chase deliver here? Runner 90 feet away. Chase batting 154. He does have 4 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's not going to get it done. That's a swing and a miss. The freak gets out of it. First and third gets stranded. We go to the bottom of the first. It's San Francisco coming up. San Diego, nothing. Got Dietz, Kent, and Barry due up. Dietz batting 125 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Ed Whitson, this is his third appearance. He's 0-2 with a 6.75 ERA. Here's the pitch to Dietz. That's going to be a fly ball out to Cito in center field for out number 1. And Jeff Kent comes to the plate. He's batting .378. He's got 4 homers and 12 RBIs. That's going to be against the righty, 15 and a 9. And that's going to be an infield hit. So Jeff Kent gets aboard here with a hit. And you don't want to see that when Barry Bonds is coming up, a runner on in Bonds. And Barry's hitting .381, folks. He's got 10 homers and 15 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball. Let's see here, a 63 and a 7. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. Only play for Flannery's over the first. Ken will get down in the scoring position now with 2 outs for Willie Mays. And Mays is off to a slow start, batting .235. He does have 4 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And Gonzalez tosses it over to Whitson covering, and that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the second. It's still no score here in San Francisco. You have Cito Gaston, Terry Kennedy, and Tim Flannery due up here. Gaston batting .279. He has no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And that's going to be a nice play out there by Bobby, he takes a hit away from Cito, and there's 1 down. Here comes Terry Kennedy batting .214 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Panda at third, over to McCovey. Quickly 2 outs here at the top of the second. And Tim Flannery, he's batting .200 on the year with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 36 and a 36. And that's going to be a ball 1 to him. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. Can Flannery deliver here? And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Willie Mays makes the catch, and the side's retired in order. To the bottom of the second we go. You got McCovey due up here, followed by Bobby and Sandoval. You can see San Diego's got 1 more game here against the Giants. And then they head out to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates, and then they head to Chicago, only a 2-game series with the Pirates. McCovey's batting .172, no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gwynn in right field for out number 1. That brings up Bobby Bonds. Bobby batting .207, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a 13. That's going to be a hit for Bobby. He gets on base here with 1 out. And a Panda comes up, Kung Fu Panda. And he's batting .250 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Sandoval. And that's going to be lifted in the right field for out number 2. And it's going to be up to Crawford to do something here. Bobby down at first. And Crawford's batting .200 on the year. He has 3 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Whitson strikes him out. And that'll end the inning. The Giants strand one to the top of the third. Still no score. Speaking of Whitson, he'll lead it off, followed by Roberts and Templeton. And Ed's 0 for 4 on the year. And that's going to be against the righty. It's going to be a fly ball out to Willie. He comes running in, makes the catch for out number 1. And we're back to the top of the order. And Bip Roberts. And Bip's 1 for 1. He singled and stole a base. That's going to be a ground ball. Down the short, Crawford's got it. Fires over to McCovey, quickly 2 down. Now you got Gary Templeton up, and he flew out his first time up 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Barry and left. That's a 1-2-3 third. To the bottom of the third we go. And you got LINCECUM due up, followed by Dietz and Kent. And Tim's 0 for 5 on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bip Roberts and left for out number 1. And now you got Dietz up. And Dietz is 0 for 1, flew out his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss at Whitson's forced the second strikeout of the game. And Jeff Kent comes up. He singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. That's going to be against 15. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gwynn and a 1-2-3 bottom of the third. Still no score. So we get to the top of the fourth with Gwynn due up, followed by Gonzalez and Henley. Tony's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. You see the team comparison. San Diego 6-7, batting .232, 298 on base percentage, slugging .383 with an OPS of .681. The Giants 9-4, batting .266, on base percentage of .363, slugging .389, and an OPS of .751. Here's the pitch to Gwynn. And that's going to be a fly ball. Center field. Mays calls for it, makes the catch. 1 down. And that brings up Gonzalez. And he singled his first time up, 1 for 1. And not this time. That's going to be a swing and a miss. LINCECUM's third strikeout of the game. And Chase is up now. Can he get a 2-out rally going? He's 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Kent. And that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 goes the Padres. To the bottom of the fourth we go. And you got Barry due up, followed by Mays and McCovey. And that's how, if you're a Padre fans, you want to see him up with nobody on. Barry's 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a 13. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Cito Gaston makes the catch. And that's 1 down. And now you got Mays up. Mays is 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. Not this time. He rips this ball. And that ball is hit down the third base line. That's going to be a 1-out double by Mays. He's in scoring position here. The first real threat of the game. And McCovey's up. And Willie's 0 for 1. Flew out the right his first time up. And that's going to be a big strikeout by Whitson. Now there's 2 down. Mays still down there at second. That's Whitson's third strikeout. That brings up Bobby Bonds now. Bobby's 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a shallow fly ball out to center field. Cito comes running in, makes the catch. Mays gets stranded at second. We go to the top of the fifth in a 0-0 game. And Cito will lead it off, followed by Kennedy and Flannery. Cito's 0 for 1 today. That's going to be a fly ball out to right field for out number 1. One up and one down here in the fifth. Got us a pitching duel here. Terry Kennedy up batting 209. He has a homer and 3 RBI. That's going to be another fly ball out to Bobby and right. 2 fly balls to right, 2 outs. Tim Flannery get a 2-out rally started here. He's 0 for 1 today. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Mays says he's got it and does, and the side's retired in order. To the bottom of the fifth we go. And the bottom part of the order due up here for the Giants: Sandoval, Crawford, and LINCECUM. Sandoval's 0 for 1. That's going to be a 17. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field, and Cito takes a base hit away from the Panda. And we put that to the wrong field. We'll redo it. Fly ball out to center field. There's one down for Crawford. And Crawford's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up against Whitson. That's going to be another fly ball out to center field. Cito's busy this inning. You got the freak up, Tim LINCECUM, 0 for 1. He flew out the left his first time up. That's going to be a swing and a miss. And the Giants go down quietly in the fifth. To the top of the sixth we go. Still looking for the first run of the game. You got Whitson due up, followed by Roberts and Templeton. And Ed is 0 for 1 today. That's going to be a fly ball out to Bobby and right. One down. You can see the Padres have scored 51 runs on 11 homers. 6 stolen bases have been called twice. The Giants 75 runs on 31 homers. 3 stolen bases have been called twice. Bipp, speaking of stolen bases, stole one today. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Barry and left. Quickly 2 down. And now Gary Templeton comes up 0 for 2. He's flown out to center and left. And that's going to be a that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's only the 4th strikeout for LINCECUM. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 0-0. You got the top of the order due up here for the Giants: Dietz, Kent, and Barry. And Dietz 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls, and you want to do that with Barry coming up. And that's the first walk given up by Whitson. Jeff Kent comes up now. They're going to do a hit and run here. Try to stay out of the double play. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 34-7. That'll be fielding column 2. And a runner will get down the second. I only play with the hit and runs the first. So Jeff Kent's down at second, but that's going to leave the base unoccupied, and they're going to walk Barry. They're not even going to deal with him. They're going to set up the double play for Mays. Even though Mays is last at bat, he hit a double. So Mays comes up. He's 1 for 2. Like I say, hit a double his last time up. And that's going to be a 34. That's going to be infield fly rule is in effect. That's going to be, yep, an infield fly rule is in effect. As always, 34. And Chase makes the catch for out number 2. Now McCovey's up. And McCovey's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a 15 and an 8. And that's going to be another pop up down the third. Chase again makes the catch. And they leave 2, the Giants do. And it's still 0-0 as we go to the top of the 7th. You've got Gwynn, Gonzalez, and Henley due up here. Tony is 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Leadoff batter gets aboard here. The go-ahead runs at first. Now Gonzalez is up. And Gonzalez is 1 for 2. He struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Route number 1. That's his 5th strikeout. Chase comes up now, 1 down. Runner still at first. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be against the righty at 18 and a 10. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And Mays has got a damn good arm. Let's see here. And they're going to send him down to third, a 32. And that'll be a 62 or lower. And he's out of there. Willie Mays throws Gwynn out trying to get down the third. How about that, folks? So Gwynn gets thrown out trying to get down the third. Now there's 2 outs, a runner down at first. And still a nothing ball game. And Chase is up now. Gaston's up now with Chase down at first. Cito's 0 for 2. He's flown out the Bobby both times. Not this time. That ball is high. How far is it going to go, folks? Kiss it goodbye. Cito Gaston hits a 2-run shot. How big was that? Now it's 2-0. 3-0. So you got 2 down, nobody on for Kennedy. As Tim just gives up the long ball. 2-0 San Diego. Terry comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a rare play, a 52 and a 38. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1 on Kennedy. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be another rare play, a 35 and a 36. And that's going to be out in front of the plate. So we'll have to re-roll the dice here. It'll be a 51 and a 7. That's not going to be good. That'll be fielding column 3. And Kennedy's going to be safe on the E2 as Dietz can't handle it. Now there's a runner down at first. And 2 outs and Tim Flannery to the plate when it's already 2-0 San Diego. They're trying to add to this lead. And Flannery is 0 for 2. He's flown out to center both times. And he gets a hold of this one. Padres getting to Tim here in the 7th. And that ball is hit hard. That ball is hit into the gap in right field with Kennedy speeding Bobby's arm. He's probably going to have to stop at third. Flannery's batting from the left side, so that is hit in the right field. Be a 52. And a 19. And they're going to send him. A 19. You got the pitcher coming up. Might as well send him. So that's going to be a 41 or lower. He's safe. And he's in there. So an RBI double by Flannery. How about that? As Kennedy shows off the Jets, makes it home. And it is now 3-0. And Ed Whitson comes to the plate now with a 3-0 lead. Runner down at second. And Ed's 0 for 2. He's flown out to center and right. And that'll be a fly ball out to Bobby and right. That'll end the inning, but 3 runs scored, 2 of them on the homer. And the Padres lead this game 3-0 as we go to the 7th inning stretch. You got Bobby, Sandoval, and Crawford due up here in the bottom of the 7th. Bobby's 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be another hit. So Bobby board for the second time. He's down at first. And Sandoval's up. And the Panda is 0 for 2. He's flown out the right and center. Here's the pitch to Sandoval. That's going to be a fly ball out to Cito Gaskin. That's out number 1. Now you got Crawford up. And Crawford's 0 for 2. Can he do something here with a runner on? That's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And a 56 and a 2. That'll be fielding column 2. That's going to be an E1. Now you got first and second. I have a pitch hitter here for LINCECUM. These Giants trying to come back here and get him off the hook. Right now he's down by 3. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. That's getting the bullpen up and ready here for San Diego. And they don't have a lefty on the bench. No, they don't. So Jack Clark's going to come off the bench here. They don't have a single lefty on the bench. All the lefties are in the game. So Jack Clark's going to come off the bench for first and second. The tying run at the plate. 1 down. And Jack Clark's batting .400 on the year. He has a homer and 1 RBI. Got Bobby down at second with great speed. Crawford with good speed. And here's the pitch to Jack. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. A big strikeout by WHITSON. And there's 2 down. And now you got Dietz up. And Dietz is 0 for 2. He has flown out, struck out, and walked his last time up. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. Ed Whitson gets first and second and strikes out the next 2 batters. That's his 6th strikeout of the game. And we go to the top of the 8th. It's still 3-0. San Diego. And let's see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Giants here. You got what? You got the top of the order. You got switch hitters and lefties coming up. Do they got a lefty in the bullpen? No, they don't. No lefty in the bullpen. And Jeff Brantley is going to come in the game. Since they don't have a lefty in the pen. Where's Jeff? There he is. And this is Jeff Brantley's 4th appearance. He has no record and a 4.5 ERA. He'll be facing the top of the order here in the 8th in a 3-0 game. Roberts, Templeton, and Gwynn. And Roberts is 1 for 3 with a stolen base. And that's going to be a rare play, a 21 and a 36. That's going to be swing and a miss, strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Roberts. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Sandoval over to first. And that'll be out number 1 here in the 8th. Gary Templeton up now. He's 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Sandoval again 2 ground balls to third, 2 outs. It's up to Tony Gwynn here to keep this inning alive. Try to add to this 3-0 lead. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Crawford. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 goes the Padres. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Excuse me. And the Padres leading 3-0. He'll have the top of the order, Whitson will, to deal with. Dietz, Kent, and Barry Bonds. And you can see San Diego's got one more game here in San Francisco. Then they go to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates for 2 games. And then they leave Pittsburgh to go to Chicago. Jeff Kent's 1 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be a base on balls. Now, what you want to do here when you got a 3-run lead and you bring up Barry Bonds now. And Barry's 0 for 2. He was intentionally walked his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a hit by pitch. They hit Barry. I don't think that was done on purpose, but Whitson's crazy because you just brought the tying run up to the plate. And Willie Mays, I don't get the bullpen up again. First and second, nobody out. So Whitson's getting a little wild here. Willie's 1 for 3 with a double in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball, 44 and a 9. Should be fielding column 1. And that's just what the doctor ordered. That's going to be the old 6-4-3 double play. And Ken will get down the third. And now McCovey's up with a runner down at third, but now there's 2 outs. And McCovey's 0 for 3 today. Can Willie deliver here and get the Giants on the board? That's going to be add 5, 18 on a 9. And that's going to be popped up out in the shallow right field. Gwynn comes running in, makes the catch, takes a hit away from McCovey, and the runner gets stranded at third. Whitson pitches around the trouble. We go to the top of the 9th, and it's still 3-0 San Diego. You got Gonzalez due up, followed by Henley and Cito. Jeff's got to keep this a 3-run lead to give the Giants a chance here. Gonzalez has struck out his last 2 times up. That's going to be a base on balls, not what you want here when you're trailing by 3. So now you got a runner down at first. Chase is up. Chase is 1 for 3. He singled and came around to score his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Bobby catches it for out number 1. Brings up Cito Gaston up now. And he's 1 for 3. He hit that 2-run homer his last time up. Not this time. Let's see here. That's going to be probably the old 3-6-3 double play. Yep, that's what it is. It's going to be the old 3-6-3 double play. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Giants got some work to do. They're down 3-0. You got Bobby Bonds, Sandoval, and Crawford due up. Ed Whitson trying to get the shutout. Bobby's 2 for 3. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be 3 and 8. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Cito Gaston for out number 1. Now Sandoval comes up. And he is 0 for 3 today. He has flown out all 3 times, twice to center and once to right. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Whitson strikes him out, his 7th strikeout of the game. The It's all up to Crawford here. Can he get on base? Crawford reached on an error his last time. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Templeton. Takes his time, fires over to first, and that's your ball game. Ed Whitson with a shutout, folks. 8 pitches, 3. Gave up 1 big hit, and that was about it. Go here and take a look at the box score. And Ed Whitson with his shutouts with the Stars for. The Padres, 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The Giants, no runs on 4 hits and 1 error. You had Cito Gaskin with the big 2-run homer. Padres were only 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Only left 3 men on 1. It was a great pitching performance by both pitchers, but Ed Whitson able to get the shutout. Bobby Bonds had 2 hits for the Giants. The Giants had their chances. They were 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position, left 8 men on base. Whitson picks up his first win. Ed's 1 and 2. Goes the distance with 4 hits, 3 walks, struck out 7. Tim Litchcomb goes to 1 and 1, 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 5 and gave up the homer. Brantley comes in 2 innings and walked 1. Let's take a look now at the standings and leaderboard in the National League. And the Braves are a half a game up on the Mets. Game and a half up on the Mets. The Nationals are 2.5 back. Phillies 3, Marlins 4. And in the Central, the Brewers are a game up on the Cardinals and Pirates. The Reds and Cubs are a game and a half back, and Houston's 3. And with the loss, the Dodgers and Padres are now 2 games back. Arizona's 2.5 games back, and the Rockies are 4 games back. And Jeff Bagwell's leading the National League with a .415 average. Barry Bonds and Sammy's tied with 10 homers. Sammy's got 19 RBIs on the year. And Kyle Hendricks with that 0.75 ERA. Got 4 pitchers with 3 wins on the year. And Kent DeCalvey with his 5 saves. Leading the National League. Sammy Sosa's leading in the MVP voting. And Juan Marischal's leading in the Cy Young. I want to thank everybody for stopping by here today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit that bell for reminders. Hit that like button. It don't cost a dime. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.